Hello guys, welcome back to our podcast. Today we're going to be reacting to our group stage predictions. It's going to be a fun one because this World Cup has been crazy. So
yeah, a lot of surprises. Like our prediction at first, we thought we were like gonna get it correct, but it did not go that way. You'll find out what happened.
yeah.
All right. So for Group A, we had Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar, and it ended up being Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar. We actually got this one right. This is one that we actually got right, and I'm surprised because Ecuador was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought we swapped. I thought we got Qatar third because we're like, oh, it's a host nation. They're gonna do good, or
Yeah, but Qatar was horrendous. It was bad. No,
I'll go along with you with Ecuador being third, but for me, like my personal opinion, I feel like Qatar might pull a fast one on us and probably beat Ecuador.
Are you serious right now, bro? Like, are you serious right now?
No, but I'm gonna say Ecuador was the biggest surprise of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, I did not expect them to be that good.
Yeah, I feel like a team out of those two that deserves to go through was Ecuador.
Yeah, Ecuador was actually really good.
Yeah,
like, they surprised me. Senegal, they did good without Mane, and they put up a good fight and they beat Ecuador. So that's the only reason it went through. But the overall, it could have gone both ways.
Yeah.
Like Ecuador could have won, Senegal could have won. It was overall a good fight, and obviously Netherlands got first.
But Netherlands, even though I feel like Netherlands lacked a bit of power up top, they ended up being first in the group. But I feel like that group could have gone either way.
Yeah, this is a good group. So Group B, we predicted England first, USA second, Wales third, and then Iran fourth. Ended up being England first, USA second. So we got that one right, and then Iran third. And then Wales fourth. So we got that one mixed up.
Yeah.
We had Wales third place and Iran fourth place. Yeah. That one, I thought Wales was gonna do decent because of Gareth Bale.
Yeah, but
he didn't show. He didn't show. Other than the USA and then the Wales game, it wasn't like what we expected.
Yeah, he was.
Gareth Bale, he had it. He had his one moment, but
I feel like
he didn't do anything the whole World Cup, bro. Like that group, and it was disappointing because. First time in, it was 30 years that they didn't make it.
Yeah,
and then
the first chance again, and it's like, the U.S. game was good though. I think he had an opportunity to score from halfway line, but then the U.S. player, it was a U.S. game, but they made a foul on him. So imagine that would have gone in, Wales would have won against USA, and that would have been a whole different structure. But England, we predicted them to be first place, and they made it through. USA.
We actually watched the England and USA game. Jesus fell asleep.
Nah, you're the one that fell asleep.
That game was boring.
I feel like that game.
We had so many expectations for the USA and England game. The memes were going crazy. They were saying USA was gonna conquer England.
It's called soccer.
And we're gonna get our payback.
But no.
We're smoking that Queen Elizabeth pack, all that. But we got it was the most boring game. We dominated, to be honest, that first half.
The US looked strong.
Yeah.
They looked like the Pulisic's crossbar hit, and they looked like they could have done something. England looked like they were playing back, like if they were a small team.
Yeah.
So that was just crazy. It was just but it was boring. But it was
it was good to see USA and England in the same field.
Yeah, it wasn't like a blowout, or it wasn't like USA. England was always attacking, and USA was back.
It was surprising, to be honest. I thought England was gonna blow us out. I thought it was gonna be more scoring, but overall it was good defense on each. And then Harry Maguire was going crazy. He turned into Prime Ronaldo.
Prime Messi.
Whenever he cut through, I thought he was gonna make that.
Yeah, and then Iran, to be honest, they surprised me a little bit. They beat
Wales. Yeah. So they only beat Wales.
Yeah, but
they got blown out by England.
Yeah, but
that game was okay.
They did a good game though. They did a good fight. USA was on the ropes when they were going against them.
This whole this table, I think it went out down to the last game where
I feel like a lot of tables went like that.
Yeah,
but
a lot of tables were like that.
This one, big team like US not making it. It's that would have been
group B, C, and D. The Japan and Costa Rica, they were all super close, down to the last minute. All right, so Group C. This one's we got this one right though.
We got shit.
This is the second one we got right.
See.
So we had Argentina first, Poland second, third Mexico, fourth Saudi Arabia, and then obviously number one Argentina. We got that one correct. That one we knew it because we're not delusional Mexican fans. Like we knew, even though it was down to the last minute, we actually could have got I think second, right? Second,
if we would have scored another goal and Poland would have conceded another goal, we would have made it through. But from the yellow cards, like it was down to the wires, the yellow cards that we wouldn't have made it. Yeah. But
let's talk about the manager.
The man, it's crazy for me that never. I feel like I think that one of the pundits said that Mexico never played 5 in the back. They only played it once, and it was against Uruguay, and they got blown out that game. So like I don't know where they decided to change the tactics, decided to change to 5 in the back, decided to be more defensive when they needed a win. They needed a win to because they didn't win against Poland. Like that game was crucial too. They needed to win against Poland. They won against Argentina. They needed to win, score goals because they were 1 point away. Saudi Arabia had 3 points. Argentina had 0. And so, like, if they would have won that game, they probably would have secured a place. But no, they played back. They played scared, and then that's what happened.
Or like when we played Argentina, that was probably the worst I've seen Mexico. Like, it looked like scared playing. Like we're playing more defensive, and we don't have good attacking, so that's not gonna work out.
Yeah. They had 2 strikers up top, just Lozano and Vega trying to do everything, and then they subbed them out 60 minutes out in the game. They subbed them out. Like, come on.
And then he didn't even put Edson Alvarez.
Yeah, right? He put Herrera. He put Guardado. Guardado did his thing, but
they're all good, but they're all old. Like they're not gonna do anything in attacking. None of them are gonna do. And then when we played the Saudi Arabia, that one was crazy.
Yeah, why? It's crazy. Why didn't we play like we played against Saudi Arabia, against Argentina, and against Poland? But we played scared. You're like, oh no, but Mexico has a history of like playing really good, playing attacking against big teams. 2018, Germany, Brazil. I mean, it was 0-0 game, but we were still attacking. That was in 2014. Was it 2010? I think it was France.
Yeah, and then we beat Croatia too.
Yeah, like we were going all out against big teams. But how come the one game that we needed to go all out attacking, play like our hearts out, with our Argentinian manager, we decided to play it back. Oh no, we don't want to score games. We want to score goals. It was just that was just a mismatch like that. Yeah. That trainer needed to go.
But the Saudi Arabia game, that one was like how we should have been playing in the beginning. The one that scored Chavez, the one that scored the free kick, he did amazing.
How come we didn't took?
Yeah, we should have played him since the beginning. We should have played him on the Argentina game.
He didn't take those free kicks. It was Vega that was. I mean, Vega did a good shot, but if we had that in the locker, they had Chavez in the locker. Like he knows, he's gonna score a goal with a free kick. Why didn't he take the free kick?
And he's young. He wants to prove himself. Like we need people who want to prove like themselves in the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Like not these players that have already lived. Like Ochoa is good. Ochoa was the player that saved our ass in the Poland game. Like if he didn't save that, we would have been last place. Like Saudi Arabia would have beat us. But just sometimes veterans are good, but they shouldn't be starting over like a young talented players.
And especially since we didn't take that many players that are ready for the future. They're all left out. Like their goalkeeper, like the goalkeeper, the 2 backup goalkeepers for Mexico didn't even play. So why the hell don't you just bring a youngster that's going to be there in the future? You bring 3 goalkeepers that are over 35 to a World Cup. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that?
That's true, yeah.
But Argentina did their thing, even though we haven't talked about the big shocker. Like, the waking up at 4 a.m. or waking up at 5 and seeing your phone and being like...
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to miss the 4 a.m. games. Like, those were the best.
Waking up at 5 a.m. and seeing that Saudi Arabia beat Argentina in the opening of the World Cup. Like, that was crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, this World Cup has been insane. Like when it comes to the underdogs, this World Cup has been like the underdogs World Cup. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best group stage World Cup we've seen ever. Like it was like people were predicting like top teams to make it. No, that's out of the picture. Small teams were pushing through, making it, and like it left like
the big teams in shock.
It's shocking. Like gives a lot of hope to other nations that like. It was kind of like World Cups back then. Like like those big teams are gonna make it. But now since football has evolved into like more tactical, more fitness, more technology, now these small teams they just need to play more tactically and more physically, and they can beat those teams that are more technical. Like Spain, Spain is really technical. Yeah, they do have their fitness and stuff like that. But like Japan, like they don't have that much technique as Spanish players, but they have heart and they have fitness and they have to they're going all out. And
also like the development of like football in other countries.
Yeah,
like Japan and like all these small countries, they're playing in the Prem, Bundesliga. Like a lot of small countries are getting exposure in all these European leagues. Mm-hmm. So that's good for the small, because this is what makes the World Cup interesting. Whenever you see the underdogs win,
and then that's what those underdogs get called up to, like big teams, and like, oh hey, like this guy is probably cost less than another guy we're trying to get, and like he put up he used a lot of exposure to those fan bases, and he's cheaper and he's good and he has a heart to play. So boom, there you go.
Hopefully in 2026 it's gonna be like that. Like more small teams are gonna get more recognition, because it was this group stage has been good.
Yeah.
This tells you how beautiful the sport is, that even small countries, even if they make it from the group stage, that's showing like so much pride for their country. Like Heung-min Son, the emotion that he showed whenever he's
given
he got out the group stage. Just getting off the group stage shows a lot, like a heart.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. And all right, so we're gonna go for the.
We're gonna mention a little bit of Poland's game. I feel like Poland, they were good. They made it through, but I feel like the first game they kind of like relied a lot on Lewandowski to do everything. Yeah. But you can't let one man rely. And their keeper was sick. Like the Juventus keeper in Poland.
He was really good. He saved the Messi penalty.
Yeah, I feel like Poland they deserve to go through more than Mexico. But it's because Mexico was playing like dumb. Yeah. That's why.
Mexico was playing dumb, and Poland they played good games. Like
I feel like Saudi Arabia should have gone through though, because it was a shocker. Like, oh shit, like they beat Argentina.
They ended up like doing bad the last games. They were saying that, but they were just they lost some momentum. Yeah. They had their moment, but the moment's not gonna get you out the group. And let's talk about that pen that Messi got. the hand over the face. That was not a penalty.
The ball was already projected to go outside and stuff like that. His contact would not change.
He's a ref. So we're getting.
I'm starting the referee. Yeah, so it was like the ball wasn't like. He made contact on Messi, but Messi already had the ball. The ball was going out of the play. Like it did not impact. Like it hit in the face would not cause them to miss the goal or stuff like that. It was like there was no reason why it should have been called, but it got called. It was the refereeing part of it. It's really inconsistent, and that's what people don't like, inconsistency. Because one game you get calls like petty fouls that leads to penalties. Like I'll admit the Ronaldo one was a little bit of contact and pen. Messi getting a little bit of contact, pen. England versus France. So seeing those games and then seeing how Argentina got their penalty against Netherlands, barely a little bit of contact penalty, but then you see England with Harry Kane, getting kicked and pushed and everything, and that wasn't a pen. So it's like it's such a lot of inconsistency, and that's what people hate, is being inconsistent referees. Like that's the thing they don't like. So if it was only one way, okay, you mark the little fouls and you call everything, okay, fine, that's the way they're doing it. But then if it's inconsistent, like we let one thing slide and the other thing slide, that's whenever people get mad at it.
Yeah. It's been very inconsistent with the referees. We get one referee. You can obviously tell that there's like favoritism. Sometimes. You can see a lot of favoritism in the games, and
in my opinion, a referee should not that should not be from the country that are still going to their teams are still in the knockout rounds or played against.
Or even in the same. I would honestly say the same continent. Yeah. Like let's say there's an African ref, and there's like Morocco. Yeah, they should not be allowed.
Or that they played against one country and they played against one country and got eliminated, and so then that's what they're doing. No, it should be like a little bit more different. But at that level of refereeing, there's so much to pick from, because you actually want a good ref, and then you want to put like a random guy that you don't really know. Yeah. So it's kind of like it's all over the place, but it is what it is. Yeah. That's what it happens. So moving on to Group D, which. Group D was
that one we did bad.
We did pretty bad. So we predicted that Denmark was going to get first place, that France was going to get second, Tunisia was going to get third, and then Australia was going to get fourth.
And then so the results were first France, second Australia, third Tunisia, and fourth Denmark. So we thought the dark horse was going to be Denmark this time.
I feel like everyone thought that.
Yeah, everybody, like all the analysts and everybody,
Like,
like all
every
the
single
professional
YouTubers and stuff like
all the
that.
professional predictors, they said that Denmark was going to get first, and that just shows how crazy the World Cup has been. Because
France, I'll put Denmark first.
I'll put Denmark too.
Denmark
Yeah.
first,
Are you fucking dumb?
and then France second.
Yeah.
But that means
This is the one that I think that it's gonna be like they're gonna
Curveball.
they're both gonna have the same amount of points,
And goal
but it's gonna be the
Boy,
goal
if you don't get your
difference
squiggly
that decides.
diggly head
France
Even
did-
Tunisia beat France.
Yeah, I feel like France was already like in their mind. They're like that Tunisia game. Like they knew they were already gonna make it no matter what. So they were kind of like, not really trying hard, not trying to get themselves injured, or burn out for the knockout stages.
Yeah, so they let that easy game against. I
Yeah.
think it was Tunisia, right?
Tunisia, yeah, but that gave the win. That gave
Australia a bigger
a
chance.
bigger chance of making
Yeah.
it through. No, not really, because Australia was going against Denmark.
Oh yeah,
So it's just kind of unmotivated. I think Denmark, because if like Tunisia had a point, like they were gonna go through, like it was gonna be a battle between them two to make
Yeah.
it, and Tunisia had a better goal difference than Denmark.
and
So
that
it would've
that
been-
goal, I think it was Australia and Denmark.
Mhm.
That goal was crazy. That goal was crazy. But overall, Australia was one of the big big
Surprises,
surprise.
yeah.
Like you would not expect a country where rugby and like other sports like are more important than soccer.
Yeah.
They call them soccer. They say soccer. That's what I'm saying, soccer. But you would not expect that from a
Yeah.
country that. But they're decent. Like every year they make it to the World Cup. They do good, even though they have a easy qualification going against Asian teams.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing is like Asian teams are not bad, but
The
but
comparison
it's the
to
weaker
others,
side
yeah.
of
compared
World
to
Cup
European
qualification,
qualifications or South America and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah.
And Tunisia, they play defensive. I didn't really like how I wasn't really watching their games, but
Yeah.
overall, we did horrible.
France broke the curse. France
Yeah.
broke the curse. I thought we thought it would be the second place, but no, France held high, and look at them now. They're
Yeah.
into the semis, so they're doing good.
All right.
So all right.
Group E.
Group E. Group E must have been the most entertaining group out of them all. I think Group E and then the group Portugal was in, but
Yeah.
those two. But I feel like this group like goes above the Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and then
Yeah.
who else was it? Korea.
Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, that this group goes over it because we predicted Germany to go first place, Germany, and then second Spain, 3 Japan, and then 4th Costa Rica, and that I mean we got Costa Rica getting 4th, but that
Yeah.
this whole thing was over. It was a crazy group. Japan proved himself to be
Japan.
have so
let
much
me
heart.
say, I love Japan. The fans, amazing.
Amazing.
Like Japan people are the nicest.
Mhm.
You've seen online that like all the
Okay.
Japan fans were cleaning and stuff.
Mhm.
They-
Yeah, and
But Japan, they had so much heart. Even though they didn't have most of the games, they didn't have high possession. They played attacking and they played with heart, and you can
Pressure,
tell
yeah.
every single player was pressing. You can tell that they were all putting their heart in, and it's sad. But one thing I'll say about Japan that they're a small nation and they have so much
Growing.
more growth
yeah,
to happen. This is a positive, even though they did bad in the knockouts. This is a positive for Japan. Like in the
Mhm.
end, it's gonna go for Asia qualifications and Asian teams. This is a plus
Because
because
a plus, yeah. Because everyone expected them to not even make it out of the group stage, and look at them. They battled against Germany. They beat Germany. They
Spain,
Spain.
and somehow they lost against Costa Rica. That's why the group was crazy. At a certain point, all these teams were qualifying. Like at a certain point,
At a certain point, I think for like 5 minutes, Costa Rica and Japan were making it,
Yeah.
and that was just crazy. That is just a crazy thing. Like I feel like I know we probably talk about it like in behind the scenes about why Japan lost against Costa Rica but beat Germany and Spain. Because
yeah.
but it was all like entertaining games to watch. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Germany was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like, 2 World Cups back to back,
Not making it
out the group.
They
Yeah,
have they have star power, but I feel like they're lacking a lot of like. I mean, Werner was injured. I don't know who else was injured. Like a lot of
Players weren't in their full form.
yeah. Like it was like not the best World Cup for them. Tony Kroos decided not to go to the World Cup, even though he was like, "Oh, give the youngsters somehow, like give youngsters a chance."
Yeah.
But it's clear that they might have needed him,
Yeah.
But
I mean, Musiala was good. He played good. Overall, they're a good team, but this group was hard.
Yeah,
everybody was good. It was this one was underestimated. Like,
I made an opinion that Spain decided to, maybe lose the game against Japan in order to get Morocco as an easier game than Croatia. But looking what happened, Morocco beat Spain, so it's like there's no easy team in the knockout.
Yeah, there's no easy teams in general, like in this World Cup.
I mean, except for maybe England. Senegal. But England because of
USA.
Oh,
US. And Australia.
Yeah, in Australia. But hey, Argentina struggled against Australia. I mean, they didn't really struggle, but they gave up a good fight, so it wasn't a blowout.
All right, Group F.
Group F. This is Croatia, Belgium, Canada, and Morocco. That was our prediction. Croatia to get first place, Belgium to get second, Canada to get third, and then Morocco to be fourth. Morocco being in the semifinals with Croatia, and we predicted them to get last place.
Another group we did bad. This was one of the best groups in the whole World Cup, because look at them now. Both Croatia and Morocco are in the semifinals. Yeah. That tells you a lot. And then Belgium and Canada both got destroyed. Like
Belgium, we started talking about Belgium. Belgium was a mess from the start. A mess.
Yeah. Like we talked about it in our other video, like how their golden generation is over. Yeah. But we still thought that maybe they will pull something through, like some strings or something.
Ever since KDB was like saying
KDB did not do anything.
Yeah, KDB was saying that it's bad because our teams our players are old, and then the defenders clapping back at him, like, so the attacking is old, and then everyone, like, KDB not talking to Courtois, and then, like, some other players not talking to other players, like, that already shows, like, you have star power, but you don't have, like, that connection with your teammates, you're not going to make it that far. Argentina, I feel like their players are super connected, super, like, loving, and, they're like brothers, you don't need to have all that for your international team, but you have to, like, fight for each other, like, it's like an army, it's like a... They have to have the connection.
They have to hold each other, like, no matter what. Yeah. Netherlands is another team that they love each other. Like, there's nobody that hates each other.
Yeah, so it was like...
They all hold each other.
It was like a big mess from the start. And then Canada, we didn't win a game, but it was still... I feel like it was still a memorable moment for them, Alphonso Davies scoring the first World Cup goal, which is, like, something really big for them.
And I feel bad for them because they also had a very bad group. Like, this was one of the hardest groups.
Yeah,
they literally got one of the hardest groups.
Yeah, to make it through. Two of the people in their groups are already semifinalists, so that shows like they got a hard
potential finalist.
Yeah, so it's like
they might even play again in the finals.
Yeah, so it's like it's crazy to see. Like I mean, I feel like they did a good job. They did what they had to do.
And if you say that Morocco would have got first in this group and you predicted that, you're either Arab or African, because nobody predicted it.
I feel like no one said it. I feel like people that say, the clip of me saying it, I feel like they were just saying it for the banner. They were saying it for jokes, but they didn't actually mean it. And then they didn't bet no money on it to make it through. So Group G, this consisted of, our prediction was Brazil first, Serbia second, Switzerland third, and Cameroon to be fourth place, which we got wrong, but we got Brazil being in first place. That was kind of predictable, even though they lost against Cameroon in the last game. But I feel like that was a throwout game because they played a lot of the subs in that game. They didn't play their starters.
Serbia and Switzerland and Cameroon.
Switzerland got second place, and we put them at third place. I feel like it was going to be a toss-up between them. Like, it was going to be either Serbia or Switzerland for us. Like, we were picking, like, which one should we pick? Like, it's going to be one of them two to make it through. But even Cameroon got third place, which is just like, what the hell? But I feel like that game against Brazil, they were playing against their B team, basically. Yeah. So, but I'm not discouraging their actions and stuff like that.
Overall, Serbia, they're disappointing. Yeah. Also another disappointment because they have a good overall team. They were
first in the qualifications. Yeah. Like they made Portugal go to the playoff rounds against
Macedonia.
North
Macedonia.
So like they, it was like they were supposed to be a good team in paper. The qualifications, they did good and stuff like that. So it was just really disappointing by them. They tried against Brazil, playing hard and stuff like that, but And Switzerland made it on top. It was between Serbia and Switzerland for us, making it through, but. Yeah.
All right, we have the Group H. We predicted first Uruguay, second Portugal, third South Korea, fourth Ghana, and then ended up being Portugal first, South Korea second, third Uruguay, and then fourth Ghana. We said Uruguay because we seen that Suarez, Darwin, and Cavani. Like we thought that was gonna be the attack force, but age showed the best of them. Like they look slow. They couldn't attack. Darwin didn't do shit, and
I feel like they're still stuck in the past times. Like I feel like Uruguay needs a transition period because they feel like they're still stuck between like the old World Cups, like being dirty, playing rough and stuff like that. I feel like they're still stuck in those times. I think that's gonna make them win games, which now like football is more it become revolutionized. It's evolving to more tactical, more physical, more being smart on the ball, not just playing with your heart is important, but playing like losing your head and going with the hard
Uruguay
fouls.
plays so dirty.
Yeah,
they play dirty the whole time, and
it works. It works for their leagues when they're playing in their league in Uruguay. But when it comes to playing like in big stages like that, it's not gonna work anymore. Like their performance reminds you of Atletico Madrid in a type of way. Like it reminds you of how Atletico Madrid plays, and like that's not gonna take you that far anymore. Yeah. That's why Atletico Madrid needs to change because they're doing bad because they're still stuck in their old ways when football's revolutionized to something else.
Yeah, they barely even like they made it by cards, like literally down to the wire.
Yeah, so
down to the wire. That's karma.
Yeah. But Korea,
they played good, but I feel like.
It was kind of underwhelming for them. Like I feel like they could have done more against Uruguay. 0-0 game, and then Ghana. They went against Ghana, right?
Yeah, they lost. I think 2-3. Yeah.
2-3. They lost. Yeah. They lost against Ghana. Okay, and then
they lost 2-3.
Yeah, Portugal in the last game, but Portugal already made it through.
Portugal already made it through, so they had their B team. So
yeah,
I mean, but South Korea they played good game. All the Asian teams, like I said, like they showed
heart. They showed a lot of heart. They didn't want to go home early. Like they.
There's a beautiful picture that I've seen that says they were holding the flag and they were like anything is possible. Yeah. It just shows that anything is possible.
And they were watching the game on like when the Portugal game finished and they were watching like the game on the phone Uruguay versus Ghana. I feel like the Uruguay versus Ghana game like it was not what we expected it to be. We expected it to be fouls, expected to be drama. I mean, there was drama, but it was more of Uruguay's side, causing the drama against the referee and stuff like that. But it wasn't really like the Ghana drama and the Uruguay-Ghana drama that we thought was going to happen. But, it was still an entertaining game. Like, it kept me up. Like, when they had, it was 10 minutes of extra time?
Yeah.
Or, 10 minutes of extra time, like a long period of time, extra time.
One thing that, too, the games, what I liked a lot was they were giving teams chances during the group stage. Like, they give a lot of time.
Every time wasted, it was like 10 minutes of extra time, and it's like, oh shit, we shouldn't even time waste anymore because I mean, you can still time waste, but it kills the game, like time wasting. But it's
also the VAR was crazy, like
at some games the referee will check the VAR. Sometimes the VAR just make the decision from there, and it was all over the place. It was a good decision. I think the 10-minute rule, the extended at a time, because I feel like it shows like whenever a team is just like taking their time and stuff like that. I feel like that's a good added rule, but I don't think that's gonna go on to club games because people just want to go.
It was just good for the World Cup, because people are gonna be like, this is a big tournament.
Yeah, it's only happens every 4 years.
Yeah,
so
people are gonna be mad if something.
They only get to watch 75 minutes of football instead of 90 minutes. It's like the ball was in play only like 75 minutes, and the rest of the time was just being time wasted and not being played. So I feel like that was a good addition to the World Cup.
All right.
What do you think about Portugal performance? We didn't talk about Portugal.
Portugal. I mean, they did what I expected. Like I thought they were gonna do good. Ronaldo, he did good. I think Portugal
showed that
they did good. Bruno Fernandes was like showing that he's a good player.
Yeah,
I think overall their midfield and their defense was holding them down. Like,
do you like it? I feel like their midfield was okay. Oh, the defense.
Yeah, the defense.
The keeper the first game.
Yeah,
it kind of showed. It was like kind of nervous and stuff like that. I mean, that game that he almost let that goal go is Ghana. Like he let the ball go and the Ghana player was right behind him. Luckily, he slipped. That's why he didn't score the equalizer. So it was just Ronaldo in general. Him in the World Cup. I feel like it was he underperformed big time. Big name, but he is 38 years old. He's about to be 38. I don't know which one, 35, 37 or 38, one of those two. But Portugal showed that they don't need him as much as they probably did beforehand. But still, a player of that caliber, like at the Morocco game, they lost. Ronaldo always had like 2-man marked on him, 2-man marked. So that gives the opportunity to other players to be open, and create more chances that way. So they shouldn't always go for Ronaldo, but then it gives them more opportunity to other players to shine through and do their thing because he's always being marked and stuff like that. But
it's a tough situation for Portugal because you want to see Ronaldo play like the last World Cup.
Yeah, and
every fans are gonna be, or the coach is gonna be taking heat because he doesn't put Ronaldo.
Yeah,
so it's a tough situation. We're gonna go through the just the semifinals, just a little brief
what happened, what we thought about the games and stuff like that. Yeah. All right, so the first semifinal game, Netherlands versus USA. How did you see that game?
The Netherlands USA game, that one, it was a good game.
Netherlands dominated.
Netherlands dominated that one.
USA got that one goal, but it was they
could have at least had a tie, but
I feel like their right back was playing amazing. Netherlands got 2 assists and 1 goal. He was going OP.
He was going good.
I feel like USA felt like they were just not doing their thing.
All right, Argentina, Australia. That one was should have been a blowout.
But Argentina was the last minutes there. Argentina was kind of worried. I mean, they're 2-0. They were comfortable until Australia scored that goal. That's when it became a little bit.
And then that last minute, they could have scored a goal.
That one guy became like prime Messi and just didn't dribble all in and shot, but then he got blocked. That would have been shocking if that would have happened.
All right, Japan, Croatia.
The penalty shootout.
That was heartbreaking. But Japan, what did you expect? Croatia's one of the best when it comes to penalties.
Yeah, they've been under pressure times before like that, so it was nothing
special. Nothing crazy for them. They
I feel like Japan,
deliver, and then Japan heartbreaking. Because penalties. With
Croatia,
you can't do it with Croatia.
Yeah, their keeper's actually pretty good, so it's like
Brazil and Korea. I feel bad for Son.
I feel like it was just bad, but hey, maybe they got their karma. Brazil,
and then they were dancing while they were getting sad.
I mean, it was like Brazil's gonna show off their their culture. That's basically their culture. People say disrespect and stuff like that.
It's not disrespect, but it's just funny.
Yeah,
it's funny.
It's
like they're dancing and Korea's over there crying
and stuff 4-0 before halftime and they're dancing and stuff. I mean, I see how people can see that's disrespectful, but we gotta understand that's Brazilian culture. They're gonna celebrate like that. They're gonna be joyful. Football is to be enjoyed, not to be taken so damn serious that you can't celebrate. You can't celebrate. Or go to be dead serious because it's your job. If you make football your job, then you're not enjoying it anymore. So that's why I feel like some people chill out. They chill out about that. It is funny. It's jokes and stuff like that. It's kind of damn, it feels disrespectful. But no, that's their culture. If it would have been Korea, it would have been someone else. They would have been dancing on like that. If it was a 1-0 win, I feel like they would have been dancing too. So it's it wasn't because they were blowing them out, but it was that's
more like their culture.
Yeah, so it's all
right, England, Senegal. This one, I expected it to be closer, at least 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were gonna show something, but England was just dominating this whole game. And then France and Poland. France, obviously, Mbappe killing Lewandowski. Poland was just playing defensive. They were holding to their life. They knew they were gonna lose. It was just a matter of time.
And France, being France, they showed off
And then destroying the curse, that just shows how dominant France is. All right, Morocco and Spain.
That was
this one was a tough one. I felt bad for Spain, but Morocco overall, the goalie, he's amazing. Ziyech and what's his name? The PSG.
Hakimi.
They
doing their thing.
Ever since Ziyech joined, Morocco has been amazing.
I feel like that game, it depends. Morocco would have gone against any other team that wasn't Spain or Portugal. They would have trouble because, Spain, talking about the Spain game in general, Spain playing tiki-taka, possession of the ball. Morocco just sits back. They wait until penalties, so that's what happens. In penalties, it can go either way, for anyone. So either way and stuff like that. So I feel like Spain just trying to stick with the tiki-taka ways like they did back then. But hey, it's a whole like football revolution. Like I said, like it's a revolution. Like back then it worked. Right now, maybe it doesn't work as much as before.
Do you know who missed the pens?
I think it was Busquets.
Busquets.
Yeah.
Sergio Busquets, Carlos Soler, and
Pablo
Sarr.
Like it was.
They're both. I mean, they're all players like that.
Experience.
So I was surprised that they missed, and it was sad. Like
it was
sad to see Spain go out like that.
Yeah.
And Morocco. I mean, it's a good win for them.
Yeah, it was a good win for them, but it's just wow. it just shows how unpredictable this World Cup was.
Yeah. All right, so now the quarter.
Oh, that Netherlands versus Argentina game was crazy.
That
Argentina,
one, Messi, he showed like his villain. Already.
Yeah, he showed his heart. Like yeah,
I mean, how he went like that. Like
yeah, I mean,
he went like that.
I feel like Netherlands was like the team was talking the most before the game even started.
Yeah,
like
Van Gaal was talking shit to Messi, or not Messi, but
the Argentinian team, saying like, "Oh, Messi, we're gonna be 10 versus 11 because Messi doesn't defend, and then this and that." Like, Argentina had a reason to be mad. Like, Argentina had a reason to,
And there's a picture where Netherlands and Argentina, like in 2014 when they went to pens, like they were just normal. Like Argentina was just celebrating and stuff. This year,
it was just
like they were like making fun of Argentina.
Them, but people are saying like, but like that's disrespectful. Yeah, but people didn't see whenever I think Dumfries got a red card.
Yeah,
because like they were like saying stuff to the players before they kicked and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, hey, there
was a lot of tension in this game.
Yeah,
and in my opinion, I was going for Netherlands in this game just because Netherlands, they always do good in like when it comes to the big games, and I thought they were gonna do good.
Their keeper did good.
Yeah, but their keeper,
even though amazing. I hate him with all my guts. Like I'm not.
He talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like. That's the one player I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Why can't they just blow you out? Because that's like. But he does his job. That's what he does. He gets in your head.
That's the whole point.
He gets in your head and makes you hate him. So whenever you shot, that's what did Van Dijk, and then boom, Van Dijk missed, and then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The referee, I felt like, in my opinion, was very like favoritism to
Argentina. That pen was kind of like soft, but hey, we were Mexican, so the Netherlands feels now we feel the 2014
so
World Cup.
I'm not really like,
so that's the exact same thing that happened to us. So that's just karma, but
he flopped bad. That was not a pen.
It was like minimal contact, and like we said, like inconsistency. Because we talk about later, like the England versus France one, there was a big call on Kane, like kick and shove and everything like that, nothing called. You see it in the Portugal versus Ghana game, Ronaldo barely getting tapped and penalty, and in this game as well, barely getting tapped and penalty. So it's kind of like the inconsistency that kept on happening in this World Cup.
All right, so next game, Croatia and Brazil. This one was crazy.
This was a heartbreak.
Yeah, this one was a heartbreak. Whenever Marquinhos missed the pen in his like face, like it looked like he got shot. Like I felt bad for him.
Yeah, but
it was a sad to see Brazil go out like that. And like just in general, I feel bad because every World Cup they get demolished, demolished, or they get knocked out in a very sad way.
Yeah,
in crucial way.
Today, I feel like this World Cup they had a lot of potential. Like they believed in themselves more.
This is the first year that I've actually seen like they were stacked.
Yeah,
like they were stacked. In 2018, they had nobody.
Yeah,
like this year, they had everybody playing in amazing leagues, young players. Yeah. Like everybody was young, and they had their prime moment.
It's just Croatia. Like Croatia, they have so much experience. Like so much. Like
they don't fold under pressure.
Yeah.
When it comes to the knockouts, you cannot count them out.
Croatia being already a finalist, like they already been through it, So, and then the Neymar's goal was badass. It was just 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, boom, goal. And everyone thought Brazil.
That just shows how Brazil plays.
Yeah, and then Croatia coming back with that goal, and then penalties,
scoring four straight. Yeah, that's how Croatia is like amazing at pens.
Yeah. All right, now the
England and France
game. That game was good. It was entertaining. Like we said, the penalty that should have been given to Kane, and then they got two more extra penalties. But then also, too, Kane missed his damn penalty, And I was seeing a lot of news articles and stuff like that. that were saying like how the media is biased, and it's a little bit more politics side, but how when England won, they used their white players. And like, oh, England won, yeah. But when England got knocked out by France, like they noticed that they put the black players in the portals. Like, hey, like they lost, so here, put a black player. And it was kind of like weird. Like, hey, like why are you doing that? You know, and there's no one to blame. To be honest, like Saka was playing amazing. He was the most threatening player for England.
Mm-hmm.
Rashford barely got any playing time, and that free kick that he took, that almost went in. If it was a little bit more far, that would have dipped and would have gone in and it would have been tied. But France did their job, you know. They did an anti-Mbappe plan, but they forgot about the other 10 players. And you know,
Walker had Mbappe locked down.
I'm not gonna lie. But Giroud doing his thing.
Giroud, last World Cup he didn't score one goal. This year, the Mbappe and Giroud combination.
Yeah. And Griezmann doing his thing. Griezmann, I feel like no one's talking about him that much.
He's been on low key.
Yeah, assists by like nothing. And then Tchouameni, the midfielder, doing that goal, just got the ball and is like, I'm shooting it from here. I do not care. Boom, makes it in. There's in the semifinals. They don't have Benzema, Kante, Pogba. They're like their midfield. It's kind of like they have their sub midfield. You know, they would have been subbed if Kante and Pogba were in. Yeah. But they're stepping up. They're doing what they're proving themselves right. So it's just France is just a force to be reckoned with. Yeah.
All right, so Morocco and Portugal.
That was a hard.
If you told me that you think Morocco would win, I wouldn't believe you. Yeah. To make it this far, like first African nation to make it in the semifinals. Yeah, and then that's just an achievement by itself. Like, it's crazy how far Morocco has gone.
And it's just, I don't explain it. Like that game was it was a heartbreak game for Portugal. I feel like nothing worked in their favor. It felt like it was like anything they tried, it didn't come out. And that the keeper again, I feel like the keeper for Portugal they kind of wanted him to boost his mood up. You know, he did good against Uruguay. He did good against Uruguay. He did okay against Korea, but it just, and then Switzerland, the 6-1 win against Switzerland, but I don't think we talked about the 6-1 win against Switzerland, but yeah, like they dominated that game, but and that Ramos guy, but one game was not gonna, you know, doesn't prove so much like to even bench Ronaldo again. Like I feel like they should have kept him on because, like I said, like he's a force to be reckoned with. Like and there in the team,
especially in the last World Cup. Like
his last
I'm not a Ronaldo fan, but I feel like it's his last World Cup. You should at least put him in, like as a form of respect.
Yeah,
because
the captain.
All he's done for the country and for club and like just in general for Portugal. He's an idol, and who cares if you lose as long as you have like you know that you like just as a form of respect for Ronaldo.
It was just bad to even come in at like the 46 minute.
He should have any player knows that, or anybody who plays soccer knows that you want to be warmed up and you need time to get ready and then mentally
the pace of the game,
especially in a knockout game. It's like mentally you have to be prepared. So you can't just go in a game.
Yeah, so it was bad, but you know it happens. You know, it sucks that he didn't make it to the semifinals to try to see a chance against France. You know, like if let's say Croatia would have beat Argentina. Third place game in France beat Portugal. That would have been the third place game Argentina versus Portugal. So we would have had that, you know, that Messi versus Ronaldo moment. But
that would have been crazy.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So
so
it was heartbreaking seeing him going out the tunnel crying. That was I wanted to tear up as well because it was a sad scene that you know he's out of it. You know he's not he can't complete that one goal he had. I mean he can play when he's 41, but he would be benched the whole time and only played like 15 minutes, and that wouldn't be considering himself, you know, be part of the team at that point. You know? Experience, but he won't be playing.
I mean, it's sad. Like even Speed, he was crying. All right, let's do a quick prediction. So tomorrow the Argentina-Croatia game, and then France and Morocco game, and so we're gonna do a quick prediction. So the next video we'll do a challenge, like we'll do maybe the one chip or something like that. We'll do a punishment. To see see if we get it right because we've been messing up too much. We messed up the whole group stage. Yeah. I mean it's okay because this World Cup nobody predicted this. If you predicted it, you're lying. All right. So I have Croatia winning. All right. I have I'm gonna say Argentina. Pull out a very close game. Like last minute game. And then I'm going to have Morocco. No, I'm going to have All right, I'm gonna have Argentina and Morocco. I'm gonna say Morocco. No. I'm gonna have Argentina and France
Making it through.
making it through. Croatia and Morocco third place.
Ooh.
I don't know, bro. This can go both ways, bro.
I feel like France is for sure they're gonna be a finalist.
You think France?
France, yeah. Morocco, like they're doing amazing. Like if Morocco scores a goal early, they're making it through. I do not care what happens. Like Morocco, but if they don't, France scores one goal. Yeah, France is going to go.
So you have France?
France, yeah.
France and who?
And then, that Croatia versus Argentina game. Argentina, they have yet to prove themselves like super powerful. I mean, against Netherlands, yeah, it showed like they're a force to be reckoned with. But Croatia has the midfield locked down. The keeper is good, so I feel like Croatia might go through. We might see a repeat of the Croatia versus France.
Croatia and
final.
France.
We might see a repeat of that, and then and Argentina versus Morocco in the final, which is.
That's not the World Cup that you want to see. Yeah. I don't personally.
Yeah,
don't
if it's Argentina against France as a final, that's gonna be a good ass game.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah.
you think Argentina and France?
I'm gonna say Argentina and France. Yeah.
I say Croatia, France. So whichever one of us gets it wrong, we both get it wrong.
So who's gonna be the winner?
Oh,
you gotta get that one right too.
If Argentina and France go against each other, France for sure.
No, for you.
For me,
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be. I think France again. They're gonna go back to back.
Okay, so you have France winning, and I have Argentina winning.
Argentina winning it all against France. I mean, it is possible, man. But
just for a Messi fan, I'm gonna have some hope, and if the hope brings me, I mean, if I end up getting it wrong, then we know the punishment.
You're gonna be Goku with the spirit bomb. Like channeling your energy. Come on, Argentina. Yeah. Come on, all my energy.
I'm gonna cry if Messi wins, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if anyone's gonna win it, like I want him to win it. I'm a Ronaldo fanboy, but
I just don't want France to win. If Morocco, Croatia, Argentina, I'm happy. If France wins again, I'm gonna like cry of sadness.
But if France is like
France is a good team, but who wants to see France win, bro? Nobody.
Mbappe already has 2 World Cups. We all
want the hero, the Messi. Or the 2 underdogs to win.
Yeah, that's true. But imagine if Morocco goes to Argentina in the final, Argentina's gonna win that for sure. Yeah. Argentina's gonna win it because like they're trying to have Messi on lockdown, but you can't have Messi on lockdown unless something happens. But you never know. I feel like so I think France is gonna win it. He thinks Argentina's gonna win it. So
we'll see. We'll see on the next video.
Who has to eat the chip?
Yeah, and. We'll see you next week, or I don't know when.
When the final happens.
Most likely,
next week. We might do a reaction to the semifinals. We may not, or we'll make a reaction video to the final game.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this has been our predictions.
It's been a crazy World Cup.
Yeah,
I appreciate for watching my 2 viewers.
My 2 viewers, yeah, it's been a crazy World Cup, but it happens once in a life, not once in a lifetime, but like. It's something crazy that we get to experience in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Next World Cup, luckily, it's going to be in the U.S. for us, or U.S., Mexico, and Canada. So you might even get some like live action stuff.
Definitely. So it's gonna go by quick.
Yeah. So it's just hoping to see like what nations come with, like what different nations come with, like players like. Going into their prime, players coming out of the youth and stuff like that. It's going to be amazing to see. But this World Cup's been entertaining. Like I feel like it's one of the most entertaining World Cup out of 2018.
And nobody expected it to be like that. Yeah.
So it might have been shit, but hey, we're called No Ball Knowledge for a reason. So
we're learning.
We're learning as we go. So thank y'all guys for tuning in.